I'm Garrett Wolfston. I am 18 years old. I am a senior, and my character's name is Steve Morona.
I play Joey, who is kind of a recently converted punk kid who used to be a nerd.
My name is Laurel Galati. I am a senior. I'm 17 years old, and I play Candy, who is a detached stoner.
I'm Alex. I'm 17. I'm a senior, and I play Brenda.
I play Lester Saw.
My character's name is Coach Whitelaw.
I'm playing Shelly Neswick.
I'm Jordan Fong. I'm 17. I'm a senior, and my character is Bill.
I play Miss Roland in the play.
I'm Kyle. I'm 17. I'm a senior this year, and I'm playing Paul Wiltsey.
And I'm playing Ricky Redstone and Tim Shawhan.
I'm playing Cindy Stearns in the show.
Steve is eccentric because he's foreign to the whole play itself or the whole atmosphere. He's from California, and he's into the whole drug scene, and he's hyperactive. He has a really hyperactive body, so that means you're going to see me doing a lot of weird motions on stage, probably.
You can tell that he's awkward with girls because he's never really been in a situation like that. So there's a lot that he hasn't experienced in life, but he wants to experience more as he finishes high school.
Newly blossomed, popular cheerleader character.
She's a guidance counselor of the school, and she cares about her students, I guess.
So he's one of the Dungeons and Dragons nerds, and he's sort of detached from that, basically just because he's really, really obsessed with Cindy Stearns.
So Coach Whitelaw is this middle-aged man who is basically the meanest guy you ever probably have known.
She's stoned every scene that she's in. There's a bong with her, and she just adds a little bit of flavor that you wouldn't get.
Brenda is described as a succubus, and she's gothic, she's very sarcastic, and she loves to be in control.
Ricky Redstone is the smooth-talking radio host around that area. What he really does is he kind of drives the story by being sort of the central media of the whole thing.
Honestly, there's really not much I'd say I have in common with my character, but that makes her all the more interesting to play.
I mean, this is the 80s. He's all about being sort of real into the moment, so he's trying to make the situation more real.
I guess you wear funny glasses and wear funny clothes. That's what I'm thinking.
She's like the guardian or the soldier of the social hierarchy.
My character and Bill's character and Paul's character, coming from the gifted program, I think it's tougher for them because they haven't been around any of that, and then they are put into a real high school where there's a lot of bullying.
First of all, he's a Korean geek who's like really good at computer. He's smart enough to go to MIT.
Well, Bill is the leader of the Dungeons and Dragons Club, so pretty much in the play, he's all about trying to get everyone to play the game, and that's his main objective. Is he just wants to keep the game together.
Like, if there's a hierarchy of like bullying, like bottom being the nerds and top, like all the way at the very top, even like above principal and everything else, is Coach Whitelaw. Like, he doesn't take orders essentially from anyone.
She bullies for fun, to protect herself, to make herself feel secure.
Ricky Shawhan, on the other hand, is a little bit more complex. He's this punk jock.
There's this huge hype about it because it's, somebody from their high school, it's somebody they know, it's, oh my god, the most popular girl in school. Of course it is.
So I actually think the Dungeons and Dragons scenes are really interesting because you have Bill, who's actually really, really into the game, and he's actually the only one who's sort of trying to keep it going, and then you have Joey, who just doesn't care, and Paul, who in the first scene is actually reading.
Ruben Carbajal definitely didn't hold back when he wrote Candy. She says a lot of things that you wouldn't really feel comfortable hearing all the time.
He wants respect from D&D crew that he's in, so like he kind of act bossy, or he just wants to make fun of the others, and he thinks like he's so much better than the others.
I think that's one of the things that drives the plot forward, because people will be so engaged into it, they'll be like, oh, I can really relate to this.
He's the real druggie of the group. He's like the ultimate druggie.
She's like super nice, like sometimes a little bit over nice, I guess.
But I think underneath all of that, there's an insecurity about his height.
Hey, can you put this on air? Just put it on air and tell them who it is.
Oh, I'm so popular because of my body, and oh, I don't want to be in love with you because you're ugly, you know.
It has a very bad taste of fashion, bad taste of literature, music, everything.
Oh yeah, he's the bully of the whole school, and Brenda is sort of like the succubus, is what Bill calls her, because she sucks the life out of other men, but me, I personally don't care.
Brenda does her bullying through taking control of everything.
Bullying dictator of sorts.
Joey doesn't really make that many choices, but when he does, they affect a lot of people in a big way. Like, he really, really hurts Brenda.
Okay, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of the 80s is tie-dye t-shirts, karaoke, jean jacket, maybe some aviators, and Brian's car. Which, okay, if you haven't seen Brian Schreiner's car, it looks like a DeLorean. So that's what you have going on in the 80s.
People are just really, really intolerant of me and Bill, who both have disabilities.
Oh, yeah, he's fun to play because he just kind of yells at people and makes fun of people that really shouldn't really be made fun of, like people with bone conditions. And
He also cares about them, and that's why it's kind of twisted, but that's why he bullies them, I think, is because he feels this responsibility as the leader of the group to keep them all there.
Well, the 80s were definitely a different time. There was a different attitude towards drugs and bullying.
And Joey asks, "What's wrong with raping she-wolves?" That is my favorite line probably in the whole play, and I get to say it.
So she's really just toying with both of our emotions throughout almost the whole play.
Analog synthesizers and weird singing and all that stuff.
When I first read the play, it was like really hard to understand the culture of it. And like is this really the States?
Like I said before, the monologues, those are a lot of fun to work with, and Bill just explodes.
So which is why bullying and those stuff can happen in 80s, you know. It makes so much sense. Crappy clothing, inappropriate wordings, bad friends, goth, no punks. Yeah, it makes so much sense.
It's time for love. Radio love, that is.
I love the clothes, even though a lot of people hate them.
He gets bullied by Shawhan, like who's like a punk rock kid, and like Coach Whitelaw, who's just like the PE coach.
When she's on the phone with Joey and he says, "This is getting weird," and she goes, "I like weird. I bet you're really weird."
Steve is a pretty weird guy, and he's so out there that it makes the play awesome. So I think you should love this play.
And I think it's better than any Shakespeare play, which doesn't have actual meaning in the contemporary world. But this is, yeah, we need to watch it. I mean, it's so educational.
Come watch the play. It's going to be great.
Well, it's just very interesting.
I would love it if people come and see the play. I would be ecstatic about if people came and see this play.